Our train is pulling through the desert of northern Rajasthan. We're nearing the end of a journey that began several days before in a 747 jetliner out of Boston. Our party consisted of 6 adults, 1 teenager, 2 small babies. We're heading for the hottest part of India at the hottest time of the year in order to have the darshan of a saint. Some people would think that we might be mad. Perhaps we were mad with love, as the poets say. This part of India was once a total desert, total wasteland. About 30 years ago, a canal system was put through, and this made possible the planting of the trees that you can see in the screen in front. Our destination, a tiny ashram in an obscure village where Sant Ajaib Singh lives, is still approximately half an hour by train and 2 hours by jeep away. After the train pulls into Ganganagar station, the party has to pile into 2 jeeps with ourselves and our 1.5 tons of luggage and drive through first small villages and then right across the middle of the desert in order to reach the ashram where Sant Ajaib Singh lives. When we arrived, this is the Ganganagar station. Here. The temperature in these days was approximately 120 degrees at all times in the middle of the day. When we arrived, Sant Ajaib Singh greeted us, and then we held satsang. The satsang was held in a beautiful grove just about 2 minutes walk away from the ashram. He walked there and we followed down the side of a canal and then sat under the trees and heard him expound the sayings of the past masters. Sant Ajaib Singh satsangs are attended by approximately 300-400 people. These are the monthly satsangs held on the day after the full moon of each month, some of whom walk up to as far as 15 or 20 miles in order to attend the satsang and have his darshan. People attend who are initiated by different gurus and members of different sects, but he has love for all and they have love for him. The teachings given out at these satsangs in the Punjabi language are the same as that given out by his master, the late, very, very great Baba Kripal Singh Ji of Delhi. To love God, to love our neighbor, to do meditation, to go within, to find God in our own selves, to abstain from eating meat and drinking as the primary means in order to achieve that end. This basic, very simple teaching is presented in simple language with similes from everyday occurrences of the villagers, and consequently he has won the hearts of the vast majority of all the villages within this radius. These are the drivers of the jeeps that brought us here and also took us on the tour, because the day after we arrived, Sant Ajaib Singh took us on a tour of nearby villages in order for us to meet them and them to meet us. We visited 5 villages in 2 days, held satsang in every place, and everyone was very glad to see him and also to greet us. On this tour, the jeeps went through roads that aren't roads, forded canals, down gullies. Sanchi sat in the front seat of the jeep, straddling the gear shift. There were 4 of us sitting in the front seat and 7 or 8 in back on both jeeps. Never in my life have I experienced rides anything like it. This is the first stop on the tour, village of 64 RB, where Sanchi held satsang. In this village there are only 3 initiates. It was a hot day. Giving prasad after satsang. We got it too. Lots of friends, brothers and sisters from a far land. There isn't one modern convenience at this ashram or in this village or any place within 10 or 20 miles. This is Sanchi's ashram, where we have now returned. And yet, despite the fact that there isn't one modern convenience, all of us who were here agreed that we had never been more comfortable in our lives. We slept out under the stars on simple rope beds. Water is brought by a pump. These fields which adjoin the ashram are donated by the satsangis in the village for the use of the ashram. Camel is called the airplane of Rajasthan. Absolutely, totally useful animal. You see them everywhere. Every night satsang was held by the light of a kerosene lamp, one of our most beautiful memories. We're totally self-sufficient.
कृपा जो होए तो नहीं होए तो नहीं गुर कृपा दया बिना सकल बुद्ध बजाए बाणा बाबा जी महाराज होए इस वास्ते आप प्यार दे नाल समझाउंदे है कि जब तक कुंजी वाला गुरु ना मिले तो सानू परमात्मा नहीं मिलता गा। इस वास्ते कबीर साहब तकीद करते हैं साधु को मिलने जाइए साथ न लिए को पाछे पाँव ना दीजिए आगे होए सो हो।
Every morning we had darshan in Santji's room for usually 3 to 4 hours. On this particular morning, he got down a copy of the Third World Tour of Kripal Singh, which I had sent to him previously, and he was looking over the pictures and derived great joy in finding pictures of us and also pictures of people connected with us and other people that he was interested in. Aaron's wife. Gyani ji, Bhagavan Singh Gyani, Singh Ashram. My sister.
ठीक है समझे सिस्टर ने समझे
He's her friend. She's a friend of hers. Yogi Bhajan. Tapu.
नहीं आप नेम बता
The mayor of a big city, St. Petersburg, Florida. City, Naga, big, mayor is like head mayor. Chitana. She's believes in you. She's a good for you.
ये जो है नीना जिठाना है ये आप में विश्वास रखती है आपको प्यार करती है
अच्छा अच्छा संत बानी आश्रम के नजदीक भी है
Kripal Ashram, nearby, 100 miles away. He will go there also.
100 miles from Sant Bani आश्रम से 100 मील की दूरी पे है एक कृपाल आश्रम वहाँ भी जाएंगे हम
Sant Bani Ashram Sevadar, old man, master loved him. Geralt, his name is.
Who did painting?
Painting? No, he doesn't do painting. No.
ये संत बानी आश्रम का एक सेवादार है पुराना
World of its own, this ashram. There's the pump there from which all the water came, the bathing place and washing place. The beds are all portable. A tree that hopefully will be a big tree someday. The gate out. a world of its own. The next darshan session that we took with us some color postcards of New Hampshire scenery, because they contrasted so vividly with the scenery of the place where we were. Sanji was very interested in that, including one of the Old Man of the Mountain, and then he went beyond that to more important matters.
मतलब आश्रम के पास की नहीं है, मतलब उसके जैसी बोल रही हूँ। ठीक, ये ना अपने धरती का जो मौसम है वैसे ही।
Most of them are in the fall of the year when the leaves turn. No, this is in the autumn. You see
all the atmosphere like this.
I also will be happy to have you see.
मैं भी आपको वहाँ देख करके बहुत खुश हूँ। मैं ऐसे दृश्य मंसूरी या शिमला वगैरह ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਦਿਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਉੱਥੇ ਭਜਨ ਤੇ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ and this type of natural things
that's a face it's just natural. It's called the Old Man of the Mountain in about 70 miles away from the ashram. Explain, I don't know if you can, but please.
70 मील की दूरी पे
और अंदर बहुत अच्छी लाइट देखता, बहुत अच्छे नज़ारे अंदर देखता, और उन नज़ारों से कभी दिल ना हमारा थकता देखने से.
Then also he saw many beautiful scenes within, and he was very much happy to see all these things. एक बार ये इन्होंने मेरे को कहा कि will you please stop this for a while. Difference between truth and false.
तो बीरबल कहने लगे जितना आँख और कान में फर्क है.
Birbal told that the difference between ear and eyes.
Yes, I follow.
क्योंकि आँख का देखा सच है, कान का सुना हुआ गलत हो सकता है.
Believe what you see and don't believe what you hear, because possibly what you hear, it might be true or not, but what you see, that is true. Comment on the letter of Dr. Molino, or if anybody has doubt, they can go to see Dr. Molino, or they can come to me and see me for further clarification, and after that they can comment on this letter, whether it is true or not. And if anybody is going to abuse, or if anybody is going to comment on this letter without meeting Dr. Molina or me, or without knowing the truth, then it is not good for him also.
Yes.
And it could have happened that you have come here for.
हम उनको अच्छी तरह जानते हैं, अच्छी तरह बात उन लोगों को ख्याल है.
I've prepared it.
All right.
Right.
I had requested Sanji to record on sound film a message for the Master's disciples in the West. And he graciously agreed. And on the last morning of our stay, the morning of the last full day of our stay, he did do it. So we are very grateful. The power and charging that was in the room at the time this message was given was just unbelievable. That, of course, was not captured on the camera. I wish that it could be, and that everyone could have experienced that the way that I did. The message was given in his room where we had our usual darshan sessions, and unfortunately is marred by the fact that the batteries in the camera began to fail toward the end of it, so that we have to substitute the sound and simply relate what he said at the very end. Nonetheless, the message is one of first importance for all of Master's disciples to hear, and I hope that everyone takes it with the utmost seriousness. The message follows.
ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਕਿਰਪਾਲ छोड़कर कहीं नहीं गए, हमेशा अपने साथ है और अपनी रखवाली हमेशा ही कर रहे हैं। गुरु कभी इस दुनिया से अलोप नहीं होंगे, वो हमेशा ही रहंदे है, सिर्फ बाडी बदलते हैं। सानू सब सत्संगियां नू आप श्री में प्यार प्रेम नाल उन्हां दा दस्सिया होया तरीका अपनाना चाहिए, भजन सिमरन ते जोर देना चाहिए है।
Dear Satsangis, ladies and gentlemen, Master Kripal has not left us. He is always with us and protecting us in every aspect of our life. And we should love each other in order to carry out the teachings of our Master.
भजन करने से आत्मा में शांति आती है। जब आत्मा में शांति है तो फिर ही असीं एक दूसरे से प्यार कर सकते हैं, मोहब्बत कर सकते हैं। सब सत्संगी साडे बहन भरा है, सानू हर एक दी इज्जत करनी चाहिए है, प्यार करना चाहिए है। हजूर महाराज बाबा जी सानू प्यार ही सिखा के गए और प्यार का संदेश दे के गए है। सो उन्हां दे प्यार दे संदेश नू असीं संभाल के रखना है और आप श्री में प्यार ही करना है।
Meditation will bring peace to our soul, and if our soul is at rest and in peace, then only we will love each other. And our Master has taught us the same thing, that we have to love each other. So we have to work according to his wish, and we have to love all our satsangis and all our brothers and sisters.
अगर आप किसी की निंदा करते हैं तो निंदा करने वाले को बहुत घाटा पैंदा है, क्योंकि हजूर महाराज बाबा जी समझाते होंगे सी कि जिसकी तुम निंदा करते हो, नुकताचीनी करते हो, उसके जितने पाप है तुहाडे खाते दे विच जमा हो जाएंगे। तुहाडे जितने भी पुण्य है या जितने भी अच्छे कर्म है, जिसकी तुम निंदा करते हो, जिसकी तुम आलोचना करते हो, उसके खाते दे विच जमा हो जाएंगे। सो निंदा करने वाले का बहुत भारा नुकसान होंदा है और सानू कदे भी भुल के किसी की निंदा नहीं करनी चाहिए। गुरु नानक साहब कहते हैं, निंदा भली काहू की नाही, मनमुख मुग्ध तरन, मुंह काले तन निंदका नरके घोर भवन।
If we abuse anybody, then it is our great loss. Master Kripal also used to say that those who abuse others, they are losing very much. All the sins of they receive all the sins and give all that punya to whom they abuse. Guru Nanak also says that those who abuse others, they are making it is their great loss who abuse others.
जब मैं फौज दे विच सी, महाराज सावन सिंह दे दर्शनां नूं गए, उन्होंने भी ऐसा ही कहा सी गुरु नानक साहब दा कि पर निंदिया पर मल मुख सुधी अग्न क्रोध चंडाल। वो कहने लगे कि किसी दी निंदिया।
See Baba Sawan Singh, then Baba Sawan Singh also told me the same thing, that if you are abusing others, then it is very bad to abuse others, because there is no taste in abusing others. You can get taste or you can get pleasures using your other outgoing faculties, but with abuse you are not going to have any taste or any pleasure. So you are not to abuse or you are not to comment upon anybody else.
ਸੋ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਭਾਈਓ ਔਰ ਬਹਿਨੋ, ਸਭ ਸਤਸੰਗੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹੀ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਗਰ ਅਸੀਂ
Sant concluded his message with these words. So, dear ones, I request you not to abuse any satsangi or any other person, because when anyone is initiated by any master, the master takes his seat in the disciple's body. So if we abuse any disciple, then it is the same as if we are abusing our master. So I request you not to abuse anybody, to put in more time in meditation, and bhajan and simran will be very good for your life. Master told us to leave 100 urgent works to attend satsang and 1,000 urgent works for meditation. I request you to put in more time for meditation and attend satsang and not to abuse anybody, because abuse will not help your meditation. It is the ones who are not meditating who are abusing. So you are to be careful that you are not abusing others and are putting in more time in meditation. I hope you have followed what I have said. ਧਰਮਸ਼ਾਲਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁੜਵਾਈ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਠਾਕਰ ਦੁਆਰੇ